Your tears will bring you in.
Who? An overthrown Lord of all.
Be careful in case his heart aches.
Your fate is my teaching, Prometheus.
Go. Leave. Go and keep what you have.
You're making yourself clear. But I want to.
My silence is not pride, nor is my tongue stubborn. Shame eats me. My heart, it aches. Anger gnaws as I see what wrong is done to me. But it was me. I was the one who gave these lords the power. It was I. You know this. My words would be silent. But listen now carefully to the miseries of mankind. The empty minds of the creatures of a day I filled with seeds of thought. And then they started to reason things. But the race of mortals cannot be blamed. This was the gift for me, which I swear was from my heart. But the race of mortals cannot be blamed. They had eyes, but they saw nothing. They had ears, but they heard no sound. But then, like shapes that come in dreams, they lived the days of their lives like sleeping people. They did not build houses of brick or of timber, and they did not look to the sun, but lived in the shadows. Sunless in the cracks like ants. They did not know winter. They did not know the flowers of spring or the fruits of summer. They did not know these things until I showed them. Life had no reason. And then they started to see the stars in the sky rising and setting. I taught them numbers. The greatest of the sciences, the infinite counting, and with this the combining of letters, the mother of the muses' arts, and so memory of fame. I brought brute beasts under yoke to bridle and saddle, and swept them in. I broke the horse, and gave the reins to man, and the harness to the chariot, to show the jewels of the princes. I, and nobody else, gave them the boats, the sailor's chariot with wings to skim the sea. This is what I did for mortals. But I cannot think of a single thought to rid me of these chains.
You've suffered sadness, and now you're ashamed. You are mad, your mind is not well. A bad doctor, you can't cure yourself.
There's more I did. More help, more skills devised. Listen to the truth in what you say. To begin again with what matters most. If they fell ill, there was no defense. foods, ointments, or medicine. They died because there were no remedies. Until I taught them to mix healing herbs to heal all sickness. And to make sense of words of the soul and understand coincidence. What brings luck? What brings ill luck? Then there were other things. There was treasure in the earth. There was bronze and iron and silver and gold. And it was I who found them. Say it wasn't me and you'd be lying. Here in brief, everything that mortals know they learned from Prometheus.
You have given and given to mankind. Save some giving for yourself. You'll need it. I still have hope that you will be free. And be like Zeus.
Understand, fate. Destiny is real. My freedom is not yet. Fulfillment comes after torture's infinite. That is my story. Art stands in the shadow of necessity.
Who steers necessity?
The past, the present, and the future. The fates in the three shapes, and the furies who never forget.
Do they control God?
He cannot escape his destiny.
His destiny is to control eternally.
You do not know that, and you must not ask me.
I fear the secret that you hide.
Ask a different question. Now is not the time. I will hide it. I will stay quiet. It is mine. This secret stays a secret, and I will be free.
Zeus who knows all spells, never knows power and I never will love me will sacrifice. And the ox was slain on the shore, because the rain is beyond my fall. When I never stood in word, part of my heart remained real.
Darkfold. Now we're beyond all help. Here now, it's fixed. Would you like to try it on? Christine, come here.
What's wrong? You look so upset.
Come over here. Do you see that letter through the window in the mailbox?
Yes, I see it.
That letter's from Krogstad.
Krogstad's the one you borrowed the money from? Wonderful thing.
Yes. A wonderful thing. So terrible, Christine, that it mustn't have been enough for anything in the whole world.
I'll go to Krogstad at once and talk with him.
Don't go near him, he'll harm you.
There was once a time when he'd have done anything for my sake.
Him?
Where does he live?
Just around the corner, but it won't help. His letter is there, in the mailbox.
And your husband has the key with him?
Yes, always.
Krogstad must demand his letter back unopened. He must find an excuse. Stall for time. I'll return as quickly as I can.
What's this now? Rankin prepared me for a brilliant masquerade scene.
So I thought, but I must have been mistaken.
Yes. That's right. No one gets to admire me in costume before tomorrow evening.
Laura, dear, you look so overstrained. Have you been practicing too hard?
No, I haven't practiced at all yet.
But you must, you know.
Yes. very necessary. I can't get anywhere without your help. Torvald, I've forgotten the whole thing completely.
Well, we'll soon refresh your memory.
Yes. Torvald. Please. Take care of me. Will you promise to do that? This evening you've got to devote yourself entirely to me. Will you promise to do that, Torvald, dear?
I promise. Tonight I'm totally at your service.
I can't dance tomorrow if I don't practice with you. Well, let's get started. Correct me, guide me the way you always do.
Stop, I tell you. It's true. You've forgotten everything I taught you.
There. You see?
This is going to require some careful instruction. No doubt about that.
Yes. Now you see how necessary it is. You've got to instruct me right up until the last minute. Will you promise to do that, Torvald?
A satisfactory morning then, Mr. Puss, tormenting the dogs?
It passed the time.
They're very silly creatures. You ought to be ashamed.
I'm not. God gave me a duty. I fulfilled
Papa says there is no God. So, it's entirely possible that while I perform my experiments, I'm going to be a surgeon, you know. You may have to suffer unbearably.
it. I don't follow.
No one to stop me.
There's a god of cats. He's very large. Unpleasantly large. Big! Some of us believe he coughed up this.
The earth is a furball? That's absurd.
I'm talking casually.
Very clever.
You're not quite clever enough to escape your shining knife.
The century's turning. Men are doing incredible things. When they pass an electrical current through a dead frog's leg, can you guess what happens?
People stare at them, wondering why they would want to pass an electric current through a dead frog's leg.
The leg comes back to life. It twitches. Daily lost by attached to nothing. It suddenly moves.
I have an electric current inside me.
Do you think so? Why does the spark go out?
It's a mystery.
That's why I have to cut you open.
Cousin, what are you doing?
Explaining fate to the cat.
Shoot! Where's your friend Clairval?
You like him.
Oh yes, we're going to run away together.
He told me he thought you were beautiful.
Did he? While he was trotting beside you, hoping you would scruff his fur.
Will you marry me?
I don't think so, no.
Why not?
Because you expect me to.
But you love me?
I don't care. I will not be a part of your collection. I'm not the tusk of a narwhal or an albino alligator or something that ought to be free, pinned to a board for you to study.
Did you hurt yourself?
No.
You're bleeding.
Am I? Your mother said I would. Thought she was only trying to frighten me. Regular as the moon. So the moon isn't beautiful, not anymore. I can have a baby now and suffer having it and die. Like my mama did giving birth to me. Blood is running down my leg. Do something, please. I'm afraid. I smell like a butcher's shop.
No, not at all. You smell alive.
Tore my mother open. I'm afraid.
And don't ever marry.
I may have to.
Why? Tell me.
Because I've always loved you. I've always wanted to touch your hair, twist it around my fingers and pull it tight till you cried out and I'd silence you with my kisses.
That would be love.
I don't think you could ever feel that way. You love me because I'm an animal. You love me because I bleed.
I don't understand you.
I know. Why do you think I've always hated you?
Justine, would you bring me a cloth?
Yes, sir.
I cut myself.
You are being careful.
Justine, if you were bleeding and I asked you why, would you hate me?
If I were bleeding, sir? Where?
Doesn't matter where, but if I were concerned,
About me?
well, curious, then
I could never hate you, sir.
why not?
Why not? Well, I could lose my job.
Roll up now, roll up! The show is about to begin. It is the commencement of the commencement. Wanna watch? I don't mind. Let's see what happens when we think inside out. Show them your inside out reasoning.
Slowly, avoid sick tickets.
I'm gonna
Devil in you isn't there.
Hot breath! Hot! Hot whore's breath! I'd give heaven to kiss him again, huh? But Maria!
The moon's up. All right.
Like blood on iron.
What do you mean? Franz, you're so pale. No, Franz.
No! Die!
it now. To 10 years, perhaps more. No one really knows.
There's a reason why it happened to him and not me.
I wish it had happened to you.
Ha! It couldn't have happened to me. I'm strong. He's weak and old. That's why he fell. I can walk on wet stones and I don't fall. Look. I can run on wet stones. I can stand on my own 2 feet. Can he do that?
No, he can't. He's paralyzed. Maybe a cripple.
No!
Can I take care of him?
No! He's no good!
Sleep in my bed!
He's no good! He's not me! Look! He's bleeding! Henry's bleeding! Henry's bleeding!
You and my money! You never paid me, Lloyd never paid me!
Could have let him have it. Just because he takes care of you. You could have let him have it! Because he takes care of you!
You never paid me.
Can't I have a decent life?
But I love you, May.
I love you, May.
May?
Hey!
She's not leaving, Henry.
From Oklahoma City to
As it is, you're getting old. Your foreigner embarrasses you!
You get this straight. I marry not for sex, hot for the royal bed, but as I said, to care for you, to make royal brothers for our sons, to protect us all.
Protection that tastes of death! I'll have none of your favors. They are tainted. Foul. I spit on them! These gifts to Her Highness the Happy Bride shall gladly accept him. They're all that she wants.
What are you doing? Why deprive yourself? Do you think the palace short of silks? Keep them, don't give them away. If Her Highness my wife values me at all, she'll listen. There's no need for this.
Boys, take these gifts. Go into that rich, rich house, down on your knees, to that young princess, my queen. Give her these gifts. Her own hands. Beg her to let you stay, and then necessity's their judge. They died. I gave them life, now I give them death. By our soul dagger. Do it. Don't flinch. Come, hand the sword. This course must be run.
Show me my son's dead, and that one the one I mean to kill.
You want the bodies? Oh, the murderess. Be still. Oh. You have things to tell me. Speak. We're out of reach. My father's father, the sun, bears us high in his chariot, beyond our enemies. You thought that you would kick me from your bed and laugh unpunished? Wrong! And she was wrong. Your princess. Creon was wrong to crown your marriage with my banishment. All wrong. Hellhound. Tigress. Name me your names. I have your heart.
So it was with what happened here today.
And the new sheriff wrote me a letter. Come up and see me, dead or alive. Come up and see me, dead or alive. Well, he sent me my picture.